Alright, what's up guys? It's your boy, Dark Sage, back with another video. And today, I don't know, we're gonna be doing something a little crazy. It's gonna be a little crazy. But it's gonna be, what if Deku was crazy? Like, this dude is like, I don't know how to put it. It's just, he's gone. Not friendly. He just bad. Like he enjoys doing bad things. And I ain't gonna lie. I know I've been gone for a minute. Like a smooth minute. But I'm back now. I'm not gonna say what happened. Just know that I'm back. So let's get started. So Deku was born, and Inko, no. The doctors say that it's a healthy baby boy. And so Inko takes Deku home, and she abuses this man. Like, cause she didn't want to have a child, cause she knew if she had a child, she was gonna get left. What's his dad name? Dang, on the tip of my tongue. Hold on. Hiyashi. Hiyashi said if she didn't get an abortion, he was gonna leave her. But she ain't getting no abortion, so yeah, she got left. And so basically, she taking her anger and frustration out on Deku. And from a young age, Deku grows up. He grows up scared, like timid. Until one day, when he was 4 years old, his mom took it too far. And she cracked him over the head with a bottle. A metal bottle. And something in his head clicked. And he was like, because all his life, he was always nice to people and trying to help people. And I haven't even gotten into his preschool years yet. Oh God, his preschool years. But something in his head clicks, and he's like, why do I have to protect people if they're just gonna drag me down? And so he gets back up, and he goes to his room. And basically, he just goes to sleep. Because he needed him some rest. And so, once he got up, his mom was like, all right, you little bastard. We're going to the doctor. And Deku was like, all right. And so they go to the quirk doctor. And they don't, they tell Inko that Deku has let's say a liquid manipulation quirk. And they're like, and she's like, what do you mean? And the doctor is like, he can control any form of liquid. It doesn't matter what it is. He can control water, lava. I mean, shit. Water, lava, blood, orange juice, grape juice, whatever you want. He could control any liquid. And so Inko's like, wow, that could be strong. That could be a strong quirk. But she's like, knowing him, he's gonna make you useless. And so Deku goes to school, but he doesn't really know how to use his quirk. But he tells people he has one. So everybody just thinks he's lying. And each time he tells them this, they beat the absolute crap out of him. Including the teachers. They physically abuse him. And so they're beating him and beating him and beating him to an absolute bloody pulp. To the point where he's on the brink of death. And you know what? I like Bleach. I like the show Bleach. So I'm finna make this man a hollow. So Deku's on the brink of death. And basically, he sees a hand reach out to him. Like a spiritual hand to reach out to him. And he grabs the hand. But he's weirded out. And they take him to Waco Mundo. And it's Yukiora. God, I haven't said the name right in decades. Nah, I'm just kidding. But it's Yukiora, Grimmjow, and Aizen. And Aizen's like, look at this child. He's helpless. And Aizen's like, this is why we do the things we do. And he gives Deku a choice. Because Deku doesn't have long before he dies. And he has to go back to the real world. He's like, I can make you in a run car. And you will have significant power. On top of the power you already have. And Deku's like, alright, I'm back. My bad. Cut out a little bit. Oh, where was I? Okay. Aizen was finna give Deku immense power. Aizen was like, know what? I'm gonna make him my successor. And Deku's like, because he doesn't have long. So he's dying. He's like, what? No, what? I accept. And he's stuttering while he's talking because he's spitting up blood. And so Aizen gives him the power of an Iran car and all of his power because he knows, well, it's slowly transferring over to Deku because he still needs it to fight Ichigo because he knows he's gonna die. He knows he's gonna die. And so Yukiora and Grimmjow give Deku some of their power too because they're like the strongest. Well, they're not the strongest, but they're my personal favorite. Around cars, because like they just smooth. They're smooth with what they do. It's simple. It's as simple as that. Simple. And so like Deku comes out, and they're all still like the teachers. The teachers are absolutely beating this man. Like like they're stumping on him, hitting him with chairs. Like he thinks he's gonna die. He thought it was all just like a flash, like a little dream before he died. Until he realizes that the world that he lives in, is based on power. Your status is based on power. It doesn't matter if you have a good personality, a bad personality. It's all based on power. And so, Deku, they finish beating Deku and they leave. And he gets up. And this man heals. He heals instantly. No bruises, no more blood. Like, his whole face was bloody. He had so much blood on him. It's astounding. Nah, but that's a little Caleb City reference. Nah, but go check out Caleb City. Like, after you're done watching this video, go check out Caleb City, because he's a god. Oh, and RDC World, because I mess with them too. Why am I doing this? I don't know, but I really like those channels, and I want y'all to be happy during this little COVID time, or have something to watch at least. So yeah. So he gets up and basically he gets up and he is walking home. It's like he did heal instantly, but he can still feel like some of the pain, because some of his muscle tissue has to like reform after the beating. And who am I gonna ship him with? Alright. And so he sees a little girl. And her father just backhanded her. Like, pimp slapped her. And Deku's like, whoa, hold on. Shouldn't be. Because, like, at this age, he's only 4. So he still has a bit of humanity left in him. I mean, he's on the brink of craziness, but not yet. And so she gets backhanded, and Deku goes over and is like, what are you doing? And they're like, he's like, that the dude who met, or the little girl's father says, this is none of your business. Now get out of here, you little shit. And he goes to punch Deku, but Deku uses his quirk, which is the liquid his liquid quirk, and controls his blood. And Deku basically drains the blood from this man's body. And once it's all gone, he stumps on his head and crushes it completely. And the little girl that he saved is named Toga. Her name's Toga, or she goes by Toga. And so Toga has a newfound obsession for this man. And basically, he like, "Are you alright?" And Toga's like, yeah. And they basically talk for a little while. And Deku's like, "Do you have anywhere to live? Now that you're, like, can you go back and live with your mother?" And Toga's like, "I don't have a mother." And Deku's like, "Oh, sorry." And so Deku's basically like, "You can come back with me." And Toga's like, "I'd like that." And I know this is like a civilized conversation for some 4-year-olds, but like, I mean, they got to start somewhere. And so, and so they go back. And as soon as Deku walks in the door, he gets hit in the jaw. Like, his jaw breaks. Like that's how hard Inko hits him. And she's like, "Where were you? You little idiotic shit." And she just goes to beating on this man. And Toga's like, "Stop, stop, what are you doing? Stop." And Deku actually got to like Toga. And so they're actually friends. Deku don't play with his friends. He don't play about his friends. And so Inko goes to hit the girl with the metal pipe she just hit Deku with. And this is when Deku, for the first time, uses his hollow abilities. And I'm going to say his hollow ability. First, he has a Cero, or a Cero, which is like, if you didn't know, it's like a Ki Blast from Dragon Ball Z, but stronger. And he has enhanced strength, enhanced speed, enhanced, like, everything, basically. All his stats are enhanced. And he turns into a hollow. Basically like the picture you see on the screen. Like, the black is like his hollow. It's like taking over him. All the black stuff you see on Deku's body is taking over him. And it kind of looks like Venom, but it's just like, when it completely takes over him, he's hold on guys. Hold on. Alright, where was I? Oh, yes. So Deku is about to use his hollow form for the first time. And I'm gonna say Deku looks like this, but like, he looks like Yukiora, but like more of a Deku style. I can't explain it. Let's just say he looks like Yukiora. We're gonna say Yukiora put more energy than Aizen and Grimmjow in it. So this is what Deku will look like when he becomes his hollow form. And so Deku basically, he basically takes the blood from his body. Because now he has a hole in his chest, like Yukiora and all the Arankars. But so he takes blood from the hole in his chest and he pierces Inko. And Toga was already about to stab this woman, because, like, she's crazy. But, yeah, Deku basically, he basically kills his mother. And when he does it, she looks him in his eyes because he's grabbing her by her throat. Because she's not completely dead, mind you. He grabs her by her throat and pins her to the wall. And like, he plays darts with her body. He starts throwing blood spikes at her body. And then when he's done, he pins her to the wall and writes "hollow" next to her body. And I know this is a little satanic for a 4-year-old, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. Accept it. It's my what if. Accept it. Nah, but yeah. So they find out Deku's mother. So Deku calls the cops because they're not gonna expect a 4-year-old to kill a grown woman. So Deku calls the cops, and him and Toga are taken into foster care. And the FBI is like, who could have done this? They must have some type of bondage quirk, because it looks like she, or like a sword quirk or something, because it looks like she was stabbed multiple times. And Deku and Toga don't want to become heroes. They hate heroes, in fact. Because Toga hates heroes because they never helped her out with her dad. Like, nobody helped her. When she would complain, they'd all just call her dad and be like she was lying about him. And then he beat the absolute crap out of her again and again. And Deku hates them because he was getting beat. He was getting beat at home and at school. And he would call the cops, but they wouldn't believe him. And so we're gonna skip to middle school. And so Deku and Toga go to the same middle school. And Bakugo still tries to bully Deku. But at the same time, Deku just doesn't do anything. Because he knows what he's gonna do. He knows what to do. So he's just taking all the beatings and absolutely healing. And on the last day of middle school, like, all the teachers and junk were beating on this man. And they'd leave Toga out because, like, he'd protect Toga at all cost. But they'd continue beating on him. And beating and beating and beating and beating and beating. Until Toga would be like, stop, stop. And then one of the teachers stabbed Toga right in the chest. On purpose. He was like, anybody that tries to protect this little insolent bastard of a child should die. And he stabs her right in the chest. And Deku's taking a beating because it doesn't hurt him. But when he see Toga, and Toga, she crazy. So she took like 3 of them niggas down with her. When he see Toga go down, he turned right back into Yukiura and was like, "Oh my mama, y'all got me fucked up. On everything, y'all got me fucked up. What's good?" RGC World reference. Go check them out. Bro, I'm stupid, bro. But he's like, "On everything, y'all got me fucked up." And so when when he sees her gasping for air, like she can't breathe or something, he goes over there and he heals her. He condenses the blood in her chest to form skin so that it'll heal quicker. But he's not forgiving the teachers, because Bakugo went over there and started punching her. He's not forgiving nobody. The teacher's like, "What are you gonna do?" And as soon as he said, "What are you going to do?" Like when he hit the duh and do, his head immediately comes off. Like his head is in Deku's hands. And Deku's just standing there like, "Anybody else want some? Because I'm not playing with y'all no more. Y'all all get in the hands." And Bakugo runs up and tries to explosion punch this dude. And Deku makes a blood scythe. He makes a blood scythe. And he catches him. Like he's grabbing Bakugo by his head. And he says, "Look at Toga. Look at her. I will make you pay for even thinking about laying a finger on her." And he takes the scythe and scrapes it across Bakugo's chest. And it makes a deep, deep gash wound. And he's on the ground screaming in pain. And now Deku's standing on Bakugo's neck, about to kill him, until 5 more teachers rush in. And Deku, one swipe of his scythe, cuts all of their heads off. Simple. And it's a bloodbath. He's killing people left and right. And it's about 500 people in this middle school, I'm going to say. Deku takes out 200. Simple. The other 300, he didn't bother to take out. He let Bakugo live so he could be reminded that he's nothing. Bakugo is nothing to Deku. He will never be nothing. Never be anything to him. And so Deku gets Toga because she passed out from the pain. And she's basically healing at the moment. And so Deku picks up Toga and he just leaves. They go back to the orphanage until a man comes in and adopts them. He tries to adopt Deku, but Deku's like, "I'm not gonna go without Toga." And so he adopts both of them, and now they're like brother and sister. Oh my god, I don't want to make it that way. No. Alright, we're gonna have to make it that way. They're not gonna be brother and sister, but like they're gonna be close. Like they're gonna be lovers. Like that's the ship. The relationship for this what if. So
So the man says, I am all for one, and I've been looking for a successor. And Deku's like, is that so? He's like, I already have someone that I would like to give my power to. But then I saw you, and the depth in your eyes intrigues me. And at this point, Deku can't feel anything. The only thing he feels is love, and that's for Toga. And so, they're only 10 at this point. And so, One For All, like, puts Deku through all this intense training. And I'm gonna say Deku doesn't use his hollow powers. Or his Arrancar powers. So it's gonna be very hard for him, because, like, his body was frail. Because he was basically tortured. And he also puts Toga through the same training so she could get stronger. And so, after they're done training, 2 years pass and they're done training. One For All is on the brink of death, and he gives his power to Shigaraki. And Shigaraki's like, alright, Father, I'll take care of my brother and my sister. And Shigaraki's like, he secretly wants to take Deku's quirk, but he can't, because, like, it's not he just can't. Because, like, if he takes away the blood manipulation, Deku's going to kill him, because you can't take away his hollow powers. And that's what Shigaraki wants. Or his liquid manipulation. Sorry. And so, Shigaraki is finna pull a fast one. And he takes... No, we're not gonna do it like that. They're gonna be on teams. Alright, scratch that. We're not gonna do it like that. So he's like, I'm gonna take care of my brother and sister. And so Shigaraki, Toga, and Deku have formed an unbreakable bond. And at this point, Deku and Toga are already making out every day, 24/7. Just like intimate relationship. Like, they kissing. And they in the sheets rumbling. Pause. Nah, I'm just kidding. But they in the sheets rumbling. And Deku's penetrating. And Toga has never felt anything like this ever in her life. And she is amazed. And so they get done. They get done with what they're doing. And Shigaraki's like, are you two done now? Because Shigaraki, he got some females too. Because in this one, we're not going to have Shigaraki looking ugly and dusty. We're going to have Shigaraki looking... He's going to be like a pretty boy. But he's going to be real strong. He's going to be like... If you've ever seen, like, Kiba from High School DxD, then you know what I mean. He's going to be like that. For, like, evil and strong. So... Deku and Toga are like, shut up. What do we have to do today? And at this point, they're 15. And Shigaraki's like, we're gonna storm. We have an inside source that's giving us information. And we're gonna storm this little camp they have called the USJ. And so Deku's like, when are we gonna do it? And Shigaraki is like, the USJ event will take place in a week from now. So get ready. And let's say, since All for One is dead, he couldn't make the no moves. No. He makes the no moves. They make the no moves. They make the no moves. Never mind. I was thinking of something else. But no. They make the no moves. And a week later, Bakugo. Alright, let me give you a little rundown on Class 1A. It's basically the same, except for everybody there is basically the same, except for Deku's not there. So they get the same stats, same thing, except for now Bakugo is top of the class, and Baku and Todoroki are top of the class in strength and smarts or whatever. And Ida is top in class in smarts. So same things happen. But they go to the Class 1A goes to the USJ, and Kirishima is like, wow, this looks so real. They even have real villains. And Eraser's head like, what? No, they don't. And he's like, then who are they? And Deku basically shows up like this. She showed up like this. Or in this fit or attire. And Bakugo turns around and he's like, wait a minute. Like, because Bakugo was still the arrogant little prick he is until he sees Deku. He's like, we can't win. Everybody run. We can't win. And Eraser's like, what are you talking about? And Bakugo's like, he's the one that massacred the school. He's the one. He's evil. He is pure evil. But Kirishima, because he's been around Bakugo too much. He's like, I bet I could take him. And Kirishima hardens himself up, and attacks Deku. And gets a scythe through his chest. And Deku basically runs... No, we're going to say he runs the handle of the scythe through Kirishima's chest. Because Deku has, like, that weird obsession with giving people holes, like Yukiora. Like, he doesn't even notice that he's giving them the same hole he has. So basically, Deku's hole is like on his stomach. And so he stabs Kirishima in his stomach and is like, you can never stand against me, you peasant. And Kirishima's basically coughing up blood. And Toga's like, great job, honey. Psych, boy, we're not that corny around here. She's like, great job. And she goes to Deku and kisses him. And they basically tongue kiss while Kirishima is on the end of his scythe, bleeding to death. And Kirishima is like, wow, y'all are really doing this right now. And by the way, if you guys didn't know Toga's quirk, she basically takes your blood, and she can transform into you and have the same powers as you. I'm gonna give her that. So, and Kirishima gave her another quirk, which will be bone manipulation. She can manipulate her bones. But yeah, we're gonna leave it off here. Bye.